So I know we talked about this back on Media Day a little bit, but now that you've got a couple weeks into camp, you're talking about really put anyone in there on the O-line and you feel comfortable, confident in those guys. How much is that even more, I guess you're feeling at this point? Are you reassured by that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that thought process is more solidified now. Because now we got, maybe the guys I was kind of thinking, well, maybe they don't know the playbook as well as the guys coach has starting currently. But now they do, and everybody's kind of on the same level with the knowledge of the playbook, and we're all kind of learning more and more. So yeah, like I say, any starting five we're going to be comfortable with, and we're going to dominate.
How about Andre in particular? You've known him since you were a little kid. You live with him.
Yep.
You guys obviously have a great relationship. He didn't play a ton last year.
Yeah.
How much have you seen him grow over the last year?
Over the last year, Andre's completely turned it around 180 degrees. When he came in, I think he was expecting a little more than I was. I knew that pretty much anywhere I went to college, I'd probably redshirt. And I don't think he was ready for that role, and so I kind of put him down a little bit that first year, and he wasn't as focused as he should have been. But like I say, the past season when he was on scout team, he was killing it down there. He got scout team player of the year. He really knuckled down, focused, and that kind of carried over throughout the offseason. He got bigger, got stronger, faster. Over the summer, he worked on his plays, worked on his footwork. So he's brought it around 100%, and he's doing really well now.
How much have you helped him through that process? Especially given all the playing time you had.
For me, I think my role with helping Andre out, because he's been playing guard right now, and he's kind of been under the wing of Montegreg a little bit, and Hronis has been helping him out from that standpoint. But I think with my whole role with his whole thing is just his attitude. I think I've helped him a little bit with the whole intensity of the game and getting his mind right, really. And that's really the only way to put it. When you're getting yelled at by a coach or something, just don't take it to heart. They're just coaching you. And that's something my coaches instilled in me when I was a junior in high school. And I'm sure if you asked them back at Hamilton, they could tell you some stories. But I don't think he had that in high school. And he's kind of taking a little time to grow from that. But now he's coachable and he's doing all the right things.
He said before he was a little bit antsy when he got out there. I think a lot of it had to do with he wasn't totally comfortable with the playbook and things like that. How much of a difference have you noticed in terms of comfort level of not having those nerves, and how difficult is it to play out there if you are antsy?
You can't be antsy with our offense because we go so fast that if you go up there with a bunch of things on your mind, a bunch of doubts on what you need to do that play, you're going to be looking around, the play's going to be off. So you have to go up there with a clear mind and just kind of look around, see what you have, and go for it. And I think Andre is doing that to a level that's that's what we need. And he wasn't doing that before, but like I said, he has improved on that. I was playing next to him today. He was at the guard position, and he's just calling out calls. Not second guessing himself a bunch of times like he used to. He's like, all right, that's a red call. I'm going out for him. Let's do it. Like that's kind of how his attitude is now, and he's really excelling.
What's that like for you when you're out there? You play him still mostly left tackle, I assume?
Yeah.
What's that like if he's playing left guard and you're left tackle, and you guys are side by side like you were in preschool at times? What's that like for you out there?
It's kind of funny, actually. We don't really worry about the whole, not necessarily irony, but the whole coincidence thing too much. But yeah, it's fun. I've never really played next to anybody that was I consider really one of my best friends. Me and Montegreg are actually really good friends, so that was that, and I'm really comfortable with everybody I've played next to. But it's kind of funny. Andre. We spent all this time together. Now we're out there on the field together. It's kind of cool. But
how do you say his last name?
Idratagoyena. Yeah, that's difficult.
He said that you don't roll your R's, but
I can't. There's something bad. It's like I can't do it. Idratagoyena. I think that one was perfect. You watch that one. But
can you spell it?
It's Y-R-U-R. Oh man, Y-R-U-R. I got to write it down. I can't spell it in my head. It's so confusing. It's a Y-R-U-R-A-T-E-G-O-Y-N-A, something like that. I could have switched around an A and an E there, but it's close.
I couldn't tell you unless I went back and looked at it. But he said that it took him a while just to figure out how to say it and spell it too.
Oh my God, I remember he used to be embarrassed about it, and he insists that he wasn't. But I remember, like second grade, I forget what our teacher's name was. Or no, it was first grade. Her name was Miss Foglia, and she would go up and she'd try to ask him how to spell or pronounce his name, and he would get really shy about it, and she would have to come actually and he would have to say it in her ear because he didn't want everybody else to hear because it was just such a ridiculous long name. But Yeah, I think he's gotten over that as
Doesn't
years
that
have
draw
gone
more
by.
attention towards him?
Yeah, well, he's a little kid. He doesn't understand how that works. So, yeah, but it's funny.
I know. More serious note, I don't know what your relationship is like with Coach Campbell. Obviously, he's coaching the running backs, but obviously there's some overlap there in terms of positions and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you feel his presence back at practice today?
Absolutely. You know, I mean, when Coach Cam's not around, it's noticeable. I've never seen a more positive. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Coach Cam not smiling ever, and that's honest to God, like honest to God truth. You know, you have the coaches that are out there yelling. You know, some coaches get frustrated. That's not Coach Cam ever. He's a real laid-back guy, always smiling, no matter what. Today, he was out there smiling all practice, and that positivity, you know, like everybody feels that, and it was really noticeable that he was out there today. We've missed him.
What was it like when everyone first saw him? A lot of hugs. What was the reaction?
You know, I think the way he kind of came back was he didn't want to be a distraction, and so he came back kind of low key and you know didn't really say too much, but he was there, and he was doing his job as a coach, and you know he didn't want to make a big spectacle of his return, and I think I really respect him for that.
Yep. Appreciate it as always.
Yep. That's good. Thank you.
Talk to you later.